about our trip and how much I dislike the Turks now.
Still just like useless fucking shit.
Well, oh yeah. How was your trip, by the way?
It was very fun.
Now you ask.
It was
Now,
actually very fun. The minute we got into Turkey till the time we like left, which was like 2 days, everyone was like, "They're just scammers, man. Fucking lira isn't real. It's monopoly money."
Did you go to Constantinople?
We were
Not
in
Istanbul?
we were in Constantinople. You chuckle fuck. It's the same fucking city.
Or you went to Constantinople, not Istanbul?
I'm gonna kill you.
I had actually know that myself.
These dudes like we got a fish that was supposed to be like fucking a sea bass that was supposed to be like 60 euros. And then it's like actually it's 60 euros per kilogram and it came out to like fucking 300 euros somehow. I don't remember seeing a per kilogram anywhere on the menu.
I imagine there's a lot of tourist scamming in touristy places.
It's like the whole rest of the trip, Harmu just would like hit me with like fucking Habibi, you want sea bass? It's like he just look at me and like point out sea bass or something. And it's like the
Who's
fucking.
smaller?
Do you
Who's
remember
taller?
the numbers? Harmu's a head taller than me. He's a big dude.
He's never
How
gonna
short are
let
you?
down.
I'm 5'9". I'm normal height.
Oh, you're a baby.
Harmu's
Fuck
like
you,
six
kill
and a half
yourself.
feet tall.
Harmu's a very tall man. Dude, the bit that we ran the entire fucking thing. I don't remember Harmu since I was paying for everything with cards because Harmu had cash. Um, the bit he's like I'll get you a ticket to the Balaton, like one way ticket to the Balaton as a way to like pay you back. So the joke was either Balaton ass or sea bass, the whole fucking trip. And I felt like, do you remember in Black Ops where he's like the numbers Mason?
What
Every
do
time
they
a
mean?
fish
Yeah.
showed up, that was me. I was having a seizure, and Harmu would always point out whenever there was a fish. Dude, when we got on our plane to go back to Istanbul to get the fuck out and like just finally like finish off the trip, we both get fish as our meals. Like we didn't choose fish. They gave us unironically sea bass on our way back in. I'm like, I'm having a stroke right now.
I was gonna ask you guys, what is this sea bass? What is this sea bass shit you guys keep?
That's the bit. That was it. It was for fucking dude, we get into the fucking Vatican, the first thing we see is a fish. This gift shop, we see the like Christian symbol fish. Just fish everywhere, and Harmu is just fucking. I was dying, man. This motherfucker, Harmu. If you ever meet him, I'm gonna bring him to like California one of these days. Harmu has like a very like. He has a serious face. He has like a really good deadpan. It caught me off guard every time. He's like, "Oh, Habibi, sea bass? Habibi, Effendi, I make for you Turkish sea bass. Very nice. You know, we put it in oven. We put butter on it. We bake it like everybody else. 300 euro. Meanwhile, in Italy, we're eating huge meals for a third of the price. And it was also very hot. We found out that Europeans are savages.
Yeah, they apparently forgot to invent the AC there.
No, they just regulate how you can use your AC because of like energy shit. And like when we got to Milan, they had already like cut off any central
Except
heating.
France. France is cool.
France,
I'm
fucking, you
pretty
would
sure
think France is cool.
in France
You,
people bake live in their apartments.
Morgan,
No, that's England.
you would think France is cool. Like I
No,
am not.
France is nuclear. France, the majority of their power is nuclear. So
That
what does
is
it matter?
that's great, but
The
like
ovens are now French, and the only people in them are old.
That's England.
dude, I forgot what I was gonna say.
In Germany.
Dude, we crossed like most of the women in Europe are actually pretty hot. They're like the Russians were probably hotter than the Italians running around. I think I only saw like one cute Turkish girl. And then I crossed,
Now it works.
dude. We crossed paths with like two of the fucking most gorgeous girls I've ever seen in my entire life, and I had like no opening. I had nothing to talk to them about.
Okay, I have a serious
I wanted to
question.
kill myself.
I have a serious
No,
question.
it wasn't even like spaghetti. It's like it's just you meet in passing. So what do you say to this person
Who killed Haku and replaced him?
for him to be here on time?
He was the first one in fucking Foundry. And Hive didn't even say it was up.
Damn.
Oh,
He's
'cause
ready to go.
I had Fender like, oh yeah, let's try and reset it.
Who killed Haku and replaced him?
But it was a fun trip.
That's good.
I'm trying to convince Haru to come to the U.S. so that we can like go to the Shire to see you.
Is he even able to for
I'm
reasons?
pretty sure he is. It'll take a bit.
I mean, they let him into Turkey and Italy.
Dude, Haru's fucking dead, bros. He hasn't like chimed in at all. It's over. I've just been monologuing.
Hey, he
He's-
can always
Hmm.
he can always start learning Spanish. Then he'll absolutely be able to go here.
He's proven he can speak Spanish.
He spent most of his life in Peru. I just checking if you're alive. Hello, how are you? How was the rest of Europe?
Oh, you're not lighting up. If you can hear us, or you're lighting up, but no sound is coming out.
Okay, you guys know how in the US, your road paint's reflective at night?
Yeah.
What?
Or like you have the shit in the road that like the little cat's eyes?
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah, so in Leafland, they decided that they like the environment, so our road paint isn't reflective.
So you can't see
Wow, that's a
the
great idea.
lines.
Yep.
How does that help the environment?
Because the road paint is better for the environment when it wears.
More crashed cars so deers and elk can live in it.
Yeah, now imagine trying to fucking drive at night in the rain.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
I could
take
not
my,
see the fucking lines.
I'll take my reflective
I
paint.
I was praying.
My reflective freedom paint over your
I was
silly
praying to the one true God, Our
silly
Lady
Canuck.
Sith.
non-reflective paint. One of my supervisor also had a Euro trip these past couple weeks. Went to
Really, where'd they
Madrid,
go?
Spain, England, and Tokyo.
That's a wild set of. I'd kill myself if I have to deal with that much like time dilation. Unironically, Poppy, guess where the next trip is planned for
Where?
currently.
I mean, I'd imagine
Okay.
Hungary.
Yes, hopefully in November.
In November?
Next November, yeah, like
Okay.
November of next year.
I'm gonna say.
That way it's cold because holy fuck, I hate the Europeans and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Apparently, Spain was very hot this last
Yes.
2 weeks.
Europe was hot in general, and we're like, dude, Parmu and I are sweating our balls off, and they're Europeans. I'm just like, fuck, get the jackets out, man. Like 22°C, get the jackets out. So it's like that's probably like 70 something degrees, and they're like jackets, bros.
Granted, I sat through like 90-degree weather, and I was like,
cold.
I sat through 90-degree
20
weather for like 2 months straight, and then once it hit 80, I'm like, man, it's kind of chilly. It's a little.
21 is room temperature, dude.
You mean
Look,
72?
I don't know about your rooms, but I like my rooms to be like around 50 degrees.
I have 22 degrees is 72 degrees.
Yeah, that's room temperature. And freedom
Yeah.
units, the only unit that you should be using to measure the temperature of weather.
Only 3 countries do it, and only one of them is a real country.
Yeah, America, and it's based. All right,
Yeah.
No, only Myanmar is a real country.
what are we doing? Are we all in Foundry? Yes, we are. I see 5 letters. Last week, I believe you guys had yourself a little prisoner. Oh, it's a good thing I'm not not monitor capturing. That'd be really bad.
Oh no.
That's
We,
what I was gonna say. Otherwise, would have been worse. That's a country.
I don't think the people on Twitch are smart enough to understand that. Unless you're brown, then, you know, they're smart enough to understand anything. That's why we have Sneeko back. Why we have
That's
Aiden
not
and
even the
Ross
fucking
back.
crazy one.
That's
It's
why we got Fresh and Fit back.
yeah, that's the crazy one.
That's the crazy
Dude got
one.
fucking banned off YouTube for shit. I
Dancing
think that's
around in
on
a KKK in a hood. Wild. Yeah, I believe the trick is just be brown. I need to get back in the sun. Well, you guys had a prisoner. I believe you captured William Evans, and you have the strange girl who is apparently mute or just does not give a shit.
Yeah,
about what you
and
guys
some
think.
fucker bought the dragon that we were gonna buy.
No, I believe you bought that dragon. Not you specifically.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Some fucker bought our dragon.
What do you mean are?
Right?
What do you mean? Why are you saying some fucker? This dude is in our party.
You didn't even know that
'Cause
dragon existed until
Because the salt is a
Salta
fucker
bought it home.
bought a dragon.
All right, look, I have it on good authority. Harmu tends to deal in sea bass.
Okay,
So-
how much would it cost for us to buy a lizard kobold?
So you probably have to find a black market vendor who is willing to purchase lizard kobolds because people know that lizard kobolds are quite intelligent. By the
Okay,
way,
what about a draconic kobold?
no, lizard kobolds are not intelligent. Lizard kobolds are like the lizard version of murlocs.
Oh god, no. Okay, how much for a draconic kobold? Let's buy one.
Okay, that one. Those are the intelligent ones. That'd be like an expensive slave because they're potentially dangerous, you know?
How
Like-
much?
They're from the north, they're smart.
How much?
Well, I mean, as
I
it
think
is,
numbers funny, man.
I'm already contemplating reducing the amount of gold that you guys got from that sale by like 30%. But I would
We
say
think numbers funny, man.
100
I'm gonna
gold.
need some kind of trade for that. All right,
Okay.
you can't be taking my gold.
Okay.
Well, I'm the developer.
How many kobolds do we need to sustain their population without inbreeding?
I don't know how to do that in math. What is the how
That's
many
Something about like pairs. But
how many cousins apart do you have to be to breed safely?
it degrades
Well,
really
like,
quickly.
Siblings could breed once. First cousins could breed twice, and then you get into danger territory.
Even first cousins, you actually run. First cousins is okay. It's like 3% more than like the normal of autism. But then like if they marry a first cousin, it's
Yeah.
way higher. So like within one generation,
You stop
can't.
at being first cousin mates at the second time.
Okay, we're
You
buying
don't go
kobolds.
beyond that.
Okay, that's what Scylla's gonna save all her money for. She's just gonna buy like 20 kobolds.
20 kobolds.
No,
Hey,
we're not
it's-
buying 20 kobolds. Poppy's throat can't handle that voice for that many
No,
kobolds.
I can do
That's
that
dog
voice
kobolds.
indefinitely. I've done
That's
entire
dog
sessions with that
kobolds.
voice in person.
There's other types of kobolds, you fucker. He has different voices for the different types.
We're not getting kobolds. Fuck you.
Now the hard one to do is the rat kobold because they're supposed to sound real small and squeaky. Last time I just used the kobold voice, the dog one. But yeah, you guys are riding down to Jin K. You got your 2 prisoners. Isolta has 2 pets.
Okay, one last thing. I'm Simian Kobolds. I demand that you just play nothing but like that one fucking monkey song in the background whenever you're talking.
Monkey song?
Oh, I have to find it.
Well, I think the last thing that happened was what's his face stared down whoever was in the cart with him and then bit his tongue off. Why don't we pick up from there? Is a tongue bite? That's not a blood splatter? That's more like a gush, right? Blood starts pouring out the mouth of William Evans. I believe this is the cart with Isolta and retard Deadpool. I forgot your name. Rowan.
Retard Deadpool. I don't know if you can say that on Twitch, man.
So just Deadpool.
I am brown enough to say retard on Twitch. I learned that from Hassan, who is both brown and white whenever he needs to be. And he says retard all the time.
It's variable dependent on
Whatever he's trying to
if
call
I
me.
get mad at me.
Hassan told me así más.
You see this motherfucker?
Those damn Turks. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to break it to you, but he's definitely the wrong type of Turk.
I'm going to kill you, Morgan.
No, because
I-
there's
like-
there's two types.
When we go, when and if we go to Canada, it's an assassination trip. I want the people listening in right now to know that I'm going to kill you.
When Kaiman goes to denazify Canada.
We're annexing that. Look, I talked to the Pope. I told him, man, look, this whole like 72-degree rooms shit and like sweltering heat everywhere, it's gotta go. We
Okay,
have
but
to
you're
like
Muslim. You're lucky.
kill
He didn't
everyone.
You're lucky he didn't call a crusade on you.
No, that's part of it. I'm like, look, we're gonna run it back. I actually have claim to the throne. You just put me in charge, give you Jerusalem, and like, honestly, we should wipe out everyone in Turkey.
It's the new jizya. You just turn the air conditioners down. We're good. No
So
tax.
I'm gonna like
That's it.
pass away inside my frozen tomb.
That's the best way to pass away, though. You don't want to pass away in a hot room.
It's true. It's actually so fucking true.
I'm so glad it's fall. All right.
You know, we had that fucking weather where it's like it feels like summer for like 2 weeks, and
And then it's
Fucking
freezing cold
October.
for a week. And then it goes back to being summer again. And then
Yes.
the winds that start fires begin. Good times. But William Evans, blood, gushing, mouth, tip of tongue on floor.
Yeah, and
You-
then Rowan
Rowan.
did mending.
Isolta, what do you do?
Rowan cast
What are you
mending,
doing?
and then you ended the session.
You can't cast mending on a person.
Not mending, spare the dying.
It's not.
Sorry, mending's my thing. Spare the
Dying.
dying is.
He's just
well, no,
blood blushing from his
just,
tongue.
he just cast it. It's like, are you dead yet? You close to dead yet?
Yeah, that's Rowan's
And then,
thing.
and then
He doesn't know when to cast it. He just casts it.
he just goes, he just looks at him. He's like, is he dead yet? I just cast spare the dying just randomly.
How many times are you just gonna be casting Spare the Dying on him? Just,
All
are
right.
How many slots does he have?
you just gonna be there like Fist of the North Star, Spare the Dying?
So he's just gonna like make a bunch of screams and then go, "You are already spared." And then instead of exploding, he's just gonna stand up.
All right. So how deep did he bite his tongue
He
off?
bit through it.
I
He
know.
went the full deal. Halfway? Yeah, I'd say about halfway. Because I
Okay.
really measure my own tongue with my teeth.
So you are taking your tongue out of your mouth.
I'm sticking out as much as I can, but I am tongue-tied, so I can't actually get that far.
Alright,
can
roll
do
me
PS for a long time.
1d100. We see how close he beat to the actual artery.
Okay, Mr. DM.
Throw me some numbers.
That is a 48.
Alright, he didn't get to the artery.
I have no idea where
I
that
I
tongue
I
artery is.
I I, I yell at him. I'm like, if you swallowed your tongue, you could die faster.
So the artery is basically at the base of the tongue,
Mhm.
and that's what actually literally kills you.
At
That's where the pressure is.
base?
But yeah, it's at the base. It doesn't go all the way to the tip.
You know, people would still kill themselves, but
No,
don't
no,
have to go
they do.
that far.
You can still bleed out,
Yeah. Like
but
he's
it's not an artery though.
not gushing blood. It's not
Yeah.
It's not mechanically major bleeding. I'd say it's more in the territory of minor bleeding.
Oh, it's time to fix him. I'm guessing he's not conscious anymore.
Judging by how, I'd say, yeah, he's not conscious anymore.
Okay.
As Rowan here continues to spam "Spare the Dying" on his motionless body.
All right.
It's like, hey, if this doesn't work out, man, I got these vials. They'll do something. You want to try it out?
I do
And
have a healing potion, but I don't think healing potion regrows things.
And "Spare the Dying"
I
does
get
not
for
close
you
wounds.
great healing potion.
Well, it stabilizes.
Very nice, made with
so
saffron.
It
presumably
stabilizes, but it doesn't heal anything. It's kind of like
that
how
doesn't heal it.
I
How
wouldn't
would
make
that work?
I wouldn't make "Spare the Dying" stronger than "Revivify" when "Revivify" specifically says it doesn't heal anything out of you.
What I guess it just cauterizes his tongue or some shit.
No, I think it would. In this case, it would reset the death count, the death saving throw count.
Well, it stabilizes and puts them unconscious and at 0, so they're not making death saves. He's not good, but he's not dying.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it's gonna stop bleeding.
I don't know. I think it's funnier.
so, what are we gonna do with?
But also, you know, someone has been using a lot of cantrips lately. And, he might not
Whoa.
even be actually casting "Spare the Dying" anymore, just because of how silly he's been.
Oh no.
Well, I've cast it like 3 times.
Yeah, you also casted a lot last session. I think just for fun.
Oh yeah, I did, huh?
Although I'm not sure if it came before or after the next day. That's important, but right now he's unconscious.
All right. It's time for field surgery.
Okay. How do you go about it?
I'm going to get a fire started real quick, or ask someone to get a fire started real quick.
Am I still driving the carriages? Did any of you tell me to stop? Or... I don't remember.
As far as I know,
Wait.
they're still inside the carriage and everything's still just riding.
Do you want me to just start a fire right here?
Okay, so we're gonna stop this carriage. I don't know if Kaiman realizes we stopped.
I'm in the Twilight Zone. I stopped the carriage.
Alright?
I'm gonna out of the carnage with this dude's tongue, and gonna start the fire. Gonna get ready for surgery. Get some of my instruments into the fire.
You go about sterilizing your instruments.
Yeah.
Right. Patient. Bleeding slightly. But he is missing
That's fine.
a whole half of his tongue.
Yeah.
How do you proceed? What do you do?
Cat got your tongue?
We're gonna graft Morgan's tongue onto Evan's tongue. Right, we're gonna remove his world first tongue transplant in Poppy Quest.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is kinda align where the bleeding is coming from. Like most of it should be coming from like special exact spot.
Hold on. Does it work the reverse way? I don't remember how my soapstone works.
What?
I take out my soapstone.
No, it don't work the reverse way. Put that away. I remember what that does, boy. You don't need to be playing with that.
Alright. And
Really? You don't want to try?
I assure you, I have seen that device, and after my extensive study of magical objects, let Assaulta do it her way.
But his
I'm
ways,
gonna
his ways
sear
funnier.
part of the tongue into itself, basically, so it closes.
So, if I got this right, you're going to try to connect the severed piece to the whole piece, and then
Yeah, but from the
glue
inside
glue
out.
them together essentially by burning it.
I
You're
can
cauterizing the tongue onto itself from the edges.
no,
No?
I can show you.
He's welding.
I am basically welding, yes.
Just
You're
with fire that
stitching
isn't
it.
hot.
You're stitching it closed via cauterization.
I'm gonna send you an image right now. Give me a second.
Okay. Hello, where's the image?
Give me a second.
He's drawing it real quick.
Yes.
I was honestly expecting some sort of gnarly medical image.
No. So I'm cauterizing from the inside out, like in that spiral kind of thingy.
Cauterizing.
Or like welding them together, basically.
Okay, what if we kill him, we cast Mending, then we cast Revivify?
I still don't understand the process. So, you're taking the severed bit, right?
Yes.
Putting it to the whole bit.
Yes.
Okay. And then how does this cauterization work?
With a hot needle,
Huh?
you just cauterize like the middle point, and then you start going out. You don't cauterize everything because you want to like let the
You want it to be able to
blood
reattach
vessels.
itself.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah,
want to
like
leave
I said
some blood
before, you're
vessels. Mhm.
you're cauterizing around the edges. It's like
I mean,
you're
it's a
getting them
spiral from the inside out, basically. But yeah,
inside out. I just don't get that part.
why not?
I don't know.
It's so it has like a bit to. It's not just the edges, because that would basically mean it can just fall off if he bites it again.
Well, I mean, you could probably
But
just bite it again this way too. I think I understand now. You're cauterizing from the actual severed part on the inside outwards.
Yeah.
As you yeah, I get it. Medical had surgery, but there's gonna throw a -6 onto it.
Okay, what?
Is he
what
conscious?
do I roll? No, he's not.
How'd you unconscious him? Oh no, that's right. He's unconscious. Roll a medicine check. Add your surgery proficiency, but throw a difficulty of -6.
How much is a proficiency for?
4. 4 proficiency to rank is what we're working with right now. Ooh. Yeah. You do quite well. It's a very high roll you got there. Better hope no ninjas show up. You go about cauterizing the tongue back into place. It takes you some time. You need to be delicate. So, a delicate hand requires time and patience. But eventually, you feel like you've done the job. Is there anything else you need to do with this operation?
Basically, is suture. Fuck. What's the name?
Suture, stitch,
Yeah, stitch the tongue.
stitch with sutures.
Yep.
Yes. You stitch the tongue into place. You feel like you've done a good job.
All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and pour some healing potion into that tongue. Onto that tongue.
Okay. You pour some healing potion onto the tongue. What kind of healing potion is this?
I don't know which one I have.
I accidentally closed out of that window and without saving it.
I'm pretty sure it was natural healing.
Was it a natural healing potion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me. Raph and Rowan. As you see Isolta doing this, please roll me an intelligence check. Rowan,
Oh, no.
go ahead and add 4 onto it for being Kalulu adjacent.
No, wait, my intelligence is actually, I forgot, this character has a pretty good stat.
Jesus
Insane roll.
Christ.
Has a plus 20.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Come on, that's the wrong roll.
What do you mean?
You had a
It's not a saving throw.
It's a. What's your score? Your intelligence score? Add it to that.
13.
Yeah, you passed.
So it'd be, oh, okay. Dude, I rolled a fucking 11.
11's usually good on the die. You want your dice face to be 11 or better usually, and you generally could pass a check in my system by doing that. Both of you would know that using a potion like this, unless it's specifically made to be a poultice or ointment, they generally don't apply their effects when applied topically. They have to be swallowed
Oh yeah, I don't
and
know
usually
it.
to the dosage amount, which is usually the full bottle.
I will pass this information on to Assaulta.
I start whistling a tune.
Alright, I will just make him swallow it.
Okay. He's unconscious.
So?
You just fill his mouth with potion.
You gonna give him CPR?
It's just funny.
You gonna push the medicine down his throat?
No, there is a way to make it so they swallow. It's a reflex. Give me a second, I'm gonna check for it.
Isn't it pinching their nose? No, that's opening their mouth.
Yeah, that's opening the mouth.
It's a thing that DMs have to tackle all the time. Just players using potions on unconscious people to keep them alive.
We're
So to
making
be
a
fair,
potion
the-
IV.
The one good thing Baldur's Gate did was you could throw potions.
Yeah, but I mean that's for
And quaffing
For
a
a video
potion is a
game.
bonus action, not a regular action.
that's a video game thing. I don't care too much. The
The
changes don't
bonus action
translate.
potion is the bonus action potion is like the only good change.
I don't think bonus action potion's a good change. I think when it really comes down to it, can you drink an entire can of soda in 6 seconds in the middle of a combat?
I don't know. Do you want me to try?
Yeah. Go get someone to throw some punches at you while you do it. You gotta down the entire thing or it doesn't count. And if you spill any, it doesn't count either.
What do I get if I win?
I'll give you a potion.
Of what?
Superior healing.
Natural healing or real healing?
Less than 50 natural, higher than 50 magical.
Fuck you, I'm not doing it.
Alright, so I will do it in small, like, sips kind of thing, and it should trigger to swallow as it touches like the back of its tongue, his tongue.
Alright. You do this for however long you need to. Hopefully he doesn't choke on it, like some people might choke on their own drool.
We don't do that.
I've done it.
Dear God. Holy fuck.
But he doesn't. He seems to be... His reflex seems to be working as it needs to keep this potion from going down the wrong pipe.
Alright, and now I'm going to gag him again.
Gonna what?
Gag
Gag him.
him.
Gag.
Yeah.
Got it. You gag him. Alright. He's gagged. He's healing naturally. I don't remember what stat values were on that potion. Might have been just a regular normal. So I'll just roll that over here. Right? He's gagged. He's sewed up. He's healing. And what time is it in the game?
What does he have his favorite music turned on? I bring out the ukulele. And the
It's
AC
based.
is on.
Actually, daytime.
Based.
Isn't it like the morning or something?
Yeah, it's the crack of dawn.
Play Firefield with the ukulele.
You should show that image on stream, Poppy.
What did you say?
Right, I should probably open your stream so my streamer can get his whatever the fuck streamers get for views.
Nothing.
Dopamine rush.
It puts you higher up in the listings or something.
Listings, but I'm not sure if you there are ways to sort. So if you actually go look at the D&D channel, it'll kind of vary between like 50 50 50 and like 1 2 1 2 12 20.
Look, I listened to you
3,
and
3, 3.
Koibu. Don't make me think.
Koibu's different because he actually has built a strong following since the old days of like doing D&D with It Me JP and In Control and Anna
Who?
Prosser.
Who?
You don't know
Me.
the StarCraft people?
You should kill
Oh,
that
that
Morgan guy.
Yeah, Koibu
Who?
pretty much started D&D on Twitch with a bunch of StarCraft people. They started roleplay. Besides that, yes. What do you guys do now? You're here in the middle of the field in the morning. You got like one more day before you make it to. And move your tokens. Or you make it a Jin-K?
We have fixed the guy, so we go back on our way.
Alright. Continue on riding. Continue on riding, turn off the spoopy music, and go back to...
Wait, we had music?
Yeah.
Now we do.
And... Alright. Of course, I can't hear this thing playing for myself, because Foundry has problems. Even though I've already done everything else I had to do to fix this specific problem, it persists.
Skittish.
For the first few hours of the day, damn it, you don't see anything. Nothing strange on the road. Nothing out of the ordinary. You see a couple wagon trains riding towards Lakeshore, coming from somewhere off in the distance or in the southwest. They are White Vine. They're off in the distance. They pass you by. They're probably just carrying goods, carrying stuff from the farms. Around 3 o'clock, you see some people riding perpendicular to you, coming from the west, riding towards the east. They pass by. They don't even stop to pay you any mind. Around close to sunset, you see off in the distance a little flock, I guess you could call it. Or no, a pack. Pack of creatures rolling around in a distance. As you ride for maybe about 15 more minutes, you can see that they are, in fact, kobolds. The dog kobold type. And they are fighting
I pretend
each
not
other.
to see. Actually, does one have a hat?
No.
Then I pretend to not see.
Yeah, we fucking killed him on accident.
We?
Yeah, we
The,
is a
the
lot of
actions we take as individuals in the group are all attributed to the group.
I don't know about that.
I wasn't even there. That, as in, I myself wasn't on. I was sleeping.
Yes, I remember. Well, the battle wages on off in the distance. Looks like one
You weren't
side
sleeping,
is
your
winning.
power went out.
Yeah, and I decided to sleep.
After that, night falls. You guys doing any watches?
I'll take first watch.
All right. Raph takes first watch. Go ahead and make me some perception or wisdom checks.
How many?
One. One or the other.
That's brazy.
Yep. Once again, you probably care more about, your scrolls and books and shit.
Yep, I'm just gonna read my books.
Your watch goes off without a hitch. Nothing has killed you or tried to eat you in the middle of the night, and as far as you know, the same has not transpired to your friends. Who do you wake up? Or who's second watch?
You know what? I think today Rowan Doll will be second watch. I'm gonna go shake Rowan Doll out of bed.
I wake up.
Right?
I have woken up.
You are awake. Rowan, make me a perception or wisdom check for this watch.
I'm gonna pour a circle of salt around Kaiman.
You can't start doing this, man. That's not fair.
Are you slowly turning him into oven baked sea bass? Yeah, he's already preparing you. Next up, he's gonna butter you.
I'm gonna go insane. I have to go back. How did I end up here?
Pretty soon he's gonna have to actually make some real sanity checks. You throughout the night, it seems like a regular old night out here in the Rose. Nothing really harasses you. Not a lot of wild animals in the middle of the night. You might see a pack of something running off in the distance. They look dog or cat shaped in size as well. They don't approach you in any way. Your watch goes off without a hitch. Are you waking up?
Waking up still.
Still get jostled awake.
Yay. Let's fail this shit.
Damn, Salta gets the snooze.
Perception or wisdom, right? Yeah.
Yep. Your choice.
Let's fail this shit. I said let's fail this shit. Let's fail it.
Solta. The Rose is pretty much the same for you. It's quiet. Not a lot goes on. Not a lot of wild animals you got to worry about for some reason.
And then
Not like
50
back home.
Don't forget, because Sil failed that, Hybe, 50 million ninjas.
500 ninjas.
They're all dust mites.
A Pathfinder swarm. Yeah, it's a strange place. It's unusually serene, quiet, safe. Feels like it lulls you into not a false sense of security, but definitely a proper sense of security. Unlike back home in Maith, you have food when you're traveling, you gotta keep it packed up. Every once in a while, some sort of maybe a bear-like creature. I say bear-like because it's monstrous in form, closer to a dire bear, or maybe like a... What would the celiax version of a bear be? Well, you guys haven't even faced a celiax yet.
We have.
Not a real one. Well, you weren't in any real danger.
It was
I'd
real.
say.
Okay, that's different. But it was a real one.
Definitely was real. But it was small and cute until it became a problem. And you guys were able to outrun it just because you're on a cart.
Yeah, I wonder whose fault was that.
Who knows? Who knows why Bert is out there attacking travelers on the way to Velador. Good old Bert. Well, still, your 4 hours pass.
You know what? Let's come up with an excuse for the pass. Let's make the talisman so we can actually have a subclass in the future.
Sure. You can have
That's a good
subclass,
waste of
you just
time.
being a stubborn bitch. I'm remaking that whole class.
Because you need to contract a spirit to have a subclass.
True. True. You've also chosen a bad place to start because the Rose isn't really known for its spirits.
You said it was, you fucker.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
If there are spirits in the Rose, they're north in the Wolfwall. The rest of it's not very not a lot of spirits.
Well, shit, we're going without a subclass for a while longer.
Wolfwall, maybe the Freelands. So, over here. And then once you start going down closer to trade grounds, you'll probably get more. But the Rose is very spirit free. So, again, Wolfwald, that's where the Rose Druids come from, so they're gonna definitely have spirits up there. It's daytime. You guys continuing your ride? I assume after consumption of a simple meal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. We check the gag is properly on.
Yep.
And we
Gag is
continue.
properly on. He is semi-conscious. He's not in a coma, but he's not quite sleeping. Although he looks real good. Looks very healthy. Way healthier than he's ever been in your care.
For now.
For now. You guys continue down towards Jin K. And you will reach it in 6 hours.
We're almost there, bros.
As you approach Jin K, you see what looks like... I keep forgetting the goddamn terms for military
Poppy, do you
units.
have a Peruvian chicken place nearby?
Maybe not chicken specifically.
No.
Peruvian places.
No, it has to be chicken.
There was this really good Peruvian chicken place that came to the local farmers market. I'm not sure if they're still around. I don't even remember their name.
We went to a Peruvian restaurant in fucking Italy.
You know, I'm not even going to comment on that.
It was really good. It was neat. There's actually a lot of Peruvians in Milan for some reason.
A company of soldiers aligned out in the fields of Jinke. Currently mustering as a handful of captains. Captains? Yeah, I think the captain would be the main commander of the unit. What's below that? Colonels? No.
No, colonel's above.
That's way
If
above.
it's a company, there's one captain per company, if I remember correctly. Then it's breaking down into sergeants.
Sergeants. Sergeants going
Or
through
it'd be
your...
lieutenant, then sergeants.
It's pronounced lieutenant, you fucker.
Shut up, you fucking
in
leaf.
Freedom
Don't you
Land,
dare
it's
correct
lieutenant.
my English. Don't you dare correct my English, you fucking leaf. You're one step above the Euros. Don't get comfortable.
You tell him you're sorry right now. The handful of sergeants going about inspecting their men as you pass by. The usual gate guards will ride up, and they will ask you your business and to disembark from your vehicles. Who's driving?
Cara.
I thought I was driving. I guess she's driving one
We
of them
have
and I'm
two
driving.
cars.
Yeah.
There's two. Ah, actually, that's a good point. Kara hops off. You do the same. Raph. Hello?
Huh?
Kara hops off, stops her cart, and dismounts. Do you do the same?
Yeah.
Three guards right up. Before they could approach the rest of the carts, Kara approaches one of the men, and she looks back towards the carts and then kind of stands puts herself between your line of sight and the person she's approaching. Looks like she bows her head a couple times, and then he stops. He calls out to the other guards in the White Vine language, and then he looks back at her. He's like, they nod. She gets back on her cart. She gestures to you to do the same.
I will get back on the card.
And you guys continue riding into town. They escort you all the way in. Is Kara driving your cart, Isolta?
Yes.
You hear some tapping on the cart. Or tapping on the ceiling, I guess. Carriage. The door, the wall.
Okay. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a very simple code between the two of you. It's more or less just, she just wants to talk.
Okay.
It's not urgent or anything. Isolta, is there any
Yes?
place that you wish to take these people first?
Which people?
Chicago.
Let's go straight to the family stand.
Understood. She'll call out to the escort. She'll tell them in Whitevine that you guys want to go to your family estate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they say nothing and they change their direction. In a matter of minutes, you guys are at the Terzani estate. Terzani. You guys ride in. The guards leave you be. And you're now home, Isolta. Once more. What do you do?
Right, it's time to move the prisoner to somewhere for prisoners.
Did we
One
bring
might call it a prison.
Did we bring the little girl with us or?
Yeah, she's in the other cart.
Oh.
Isolta's being very sure to keep the vector separate from
Yes.
the possible cultist. Isolta's playing two games. 2 games for the price of 1. Yes, you guys have a place that you would store prisoners. It's sort of like a second basement.
Alright. I will leave the guy there and the girl somewhere else.
We'll put her in your room. How about that?
No. Keep like watch on her. Also, do we have guards at the prison?
Guards?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have You don't have your estate doesn't specifically have like specific guards. Like you have a handful of people who are loyal to your family or contracted by your family. So you could just divide them up where they need to be. Usually,
Right.
most of them stay out front. You have a couple that stay out back, and then the rest are kind of just they're placed wherever they need to be at a given time.
Alright, I will ask two of them to like check on the dude that he doesn't bite his tongue off again.
Mhm.
And I will put two other guards on the girl so that she doesn't wander around.
Okay. You assign them each 2 guards
Yeah.
to make sure
And
that they don't do anything silly.
yeah, and the prisoners are not to see each other. And other than that, I'm gonna go to talk to my brother, I guess.
Okay.
I will ask Isolta if we should follow her to meet with her brother, or 'cause I assume we need to speak to him, right? It's been so long since he gave us this task.
What's task? It's been like 2 weeks.
Okay, but in terms of IRL time, it's
Metagaming?
been like 2 months. I just don't remember if we're supposed to talk to him or what specifically was the deal. I'm asking, out of character.
It has been a very long time. Turin, or is that the other brother?
Mhm.
Turin, he asked you guys. He asked you guys to help, and he's sort of leaving it to Isolta to determine how you guys help. But you guys are free to leave of your own volition, and you're free to assist as much as you please. How involved you want to be is up to you guys. So, I mean, really, Isolta could just say, "No, fuck you, he's my brother," or she could continue to be secretive, or she can let you guys in. But as far as you know, you're essentially contracted by him, and the terms of when you leave are on your own. So, if you want to know more, you could always try to force your way in to tag along, but
So I'm just gonna ask Isolta, should we be meeting with your brother today, or should we return to this state at another time?
Or Shrek and do whatever you want, my dude. I'm going to meet him now.
I'll go along now then.
I follow behind Ralph's giant self.
Yeah, we'll both go.
okay.
Alright, so I'm accompanied by the giant and his slaves.
As per usual.
Fucking slaves!
Get over here.
As I
Right.
click through my notes, careful not to press the X button like I did last time. And I'm pretty sure somebody is supposed to be somewhere at this particular point in time. Or I'm retarded and I'm just looking for a name. Give me... Fuck, where was it? Oh, whatever. We'll figure it out. You go looking for your brother. He's not in his room, which I imagine is the first place you look.
Yes.
You'll find Eugen there. and she will point over to the balcony.
Okay, I move towards the balcony then.
There's no one on the balcony, but you do see off in the garden your brother. He is
Alright.
currently standing on his own beside the fountain in the back. The fountain with a little reflecting pool, usually lined with various aquatic plants like lilies and stuff. Or lotuses, I believe. That's the iconic one. Has a sort of fan look when viewed from the side. He's standing out there, just by the fountain.
Alright, I will approach the fountain then.
You go back downstairs and go outside.
Yes, I will do that.
The rest of you following, I assume. You approach,
Yes.
and you get close, and you see your brother. Beside him are some why can't I think right now? Bottles filled with paint. Something that he would usually do before his sickness afflicted him. As he stands beside an easel that is yet to be set up, a board with canvas yet to be set up, still sort of laying on the floor. As he stares out beyond the reflecting pool onto the rest of the yard. Bit of silence passes. He turns around to you. Ah, Vista. You have returned, and so have your friends. What news do you have for us?
Well, I believe I have a name, but I also have a way to get more names if we require to. When I asked, well, I will tell him about what happened and how I found out this dude betrayed the other dude and tried to kill. What's her name?
Rue?
Yeah. And after interrogating him, he did say that it was what was the family name? Damn, I forgot.
There was some ambiguity as to how it was pronounced.
Yeah, but
Nobody
it was
knows if it's racism
like
on
we-
my part, or the character's part, or silliness on Rowan's part.
Based.
Like- we know the family name. We just don't know the name inside the family, as far as I know.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, this plot is far less sinister than I originally believed it to be. But it has exposed a weakness within our city. A weakness that can begin a whole cascade of problems, of course. And you've also arrived at an interesting time. I'm sure you've seen the men out front towards the north in the fields.
Yes.
Lord Jin has decided that it is time to rattle sabers at the foro. Surely, some families might find this disagreeable at this current time, and others might find this an opportune moment. Some of those we have in our crosshairs. But if you believe that the June family are the ones who are partially responsible for this effort, it would be best to act sooner rather than later.
I not.
And what of Hui Ru? She still out there?
She's out there. I think she might be enjoying her new form and life.
Well, as long as she does not return as herself, it should be no problem at all. However, the Hui family will begin asking questions eventually as to why she has not returned. And I forget Hui's brother's name, as I was going to address his name. Because he's also a military general. What the fuck was his name? I swear I wrote it down. I swear I have notes, guys.
Yeah, I also swear I have notes.
Good shame.
I also started with a T. Too many goddamn T names here. Well, and when do you plan on attempting to extract more information from this man?
Well, he tried to bite his tongue off, so I'm giving it a bit of time before I try again.
Ah. I take it he was difficult along the way?
It was the only thing he really did. But we also brought a gun that seems magically inclined.
Really? What kind of magic does she wield?
She speaks or controls animals and other creatures whenever possible. She managed to take control of him. I point at Rowan.
That could be rather distressing in the right hands, useful in others. Do you know how this magic works?
I do not, but as far as I understand, she just takes control of them after looking at them.
Do I know how she takes control? It's divination, isn't it? Or did I not figure that out?
No, that is not something you were able to figure out.
Oh, okay.
As far as divination goes, you have the two trinkets that help one find the other.
All right.
That has for what she does.
Quietly then.
Well, if she can be of use to us, it would be. If she can be, maybe not of use to us, maybe more. If she can be persuaded to be useful towards us, it might be for the best. Do you understand their relation at all? This, Evans man and this girl?
I don't really, but from what I guessed, she looks at him like a father figure of some sort. She wants to be like close to him, but is not in a real hurry to do so.
Well, that is one mystery we can unravel another time. For now, I think getting to the bottom of this betrayal issue in our town is much more important. You've all done well. As for moving forward, it would be imperative to find out if there are any other traitors in our midst. And I would leave finding out that information to you. And when it's time, you'll use that information. And he was speaking to everyone generally, but then when he says that last bit, he looks you directly in the eyes, Isolta.
It's not like Rowan can actually understand him anyways.
So I did look it up. We would understand like a portion, but it wouldn't make any fucking sense.
It'd be very difficult.
Yeah.
It's what are two?
The only one I can think of is like Quebec French and Metro French.
I was thinking like a Scandinavian language, like the Icelandic or
No,
Swedish.
they all understand each other.
Do they don't speak the same language?
No, but they understand each other.
It's very odd. How about Russian and Ukrainian? Are they similar enough?
Kinda, yeah.
You get the idea. I think it's the same thing, actually.
Spanish and Tagalog. Perfect. There are similarities, and if you know one, it's easier to understand the other, I think. Because I know that the Tagalog speakers back in high school, they were really good at speaking Spanish despite having not known Spanish. Fuck 'em. They cheat.
Yeah. There's a lot of languages that actually have that parallel. Hungarian and Finnish, Ukrainian, Russian, and then like all the Scandi nations.
Hungarian and Finnish. I like that. I like that geography better for these races. Or how do Canton and Mandarin compare? That actually might be a better comparison.
They don't.
No?
Nope.
Alright, we'll stick with the Hungarian and Finnish. But yeah, Sil, Rowan, if you guys know Elvish, you pick out a few things here and there, but it's really not that easy to tell. Especially when you're listening to two very fluent speakers of, the White Vine tongue.
And it makes no sense in context.
Yeah.
Or without context.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything to speak of? Right now, Turin, he breaks his gaze with you, Isolta, and he goes and walks over to his easel that's sort of resting against a bench. He reaches for it, and he begins to unfold it a bit. Slowly. He looks like he's in good spirits at this point in time, but he's still his usual frail self. And give me an insight check at the same time, Isolta. He seems good right now. It happens from time to time. As he begins to reach for his canvas, you hear some footsteps coming from the house, and you'll see on. Master Tizani, Tarkin is here to see you. Ah, yes. I spent a lot more time out here than I thought. Well, Isolta and friends of the Tizani family, I'll bid you adieu for today. When you learn anything, please come find me. I am rather interested in learning all the details of this plot as soon as possible.
Why not?
He reaches for a cane that's also been resting on that bench and starts to hobble off in On's direction. She takes him under arm and begins to lead him towards the house. You guys stand out here in the Terzani Estate Garden.
Yup.
Finding traders in the city is a bit general.
Alright, so first off, I'm gonna go to the Hui state and I'm gonna get my automaton.
Okay.
Automaton.
Getting his Tesla robot.
Damn.
Alright. That's what you want to do. You
Yes.
head off towards the Hui estate. I forget the details about this. I know that you're supposed to contact a specific person.
Yeah, I don't think you ever gave the name, so it's
I
just
think I
I
did.
contacted specific. No,
I'm pretty sure I did.
no, I'm sure you didn't.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I'm gonna go look for lodging.
You
I guess we-
guys? Oh, yeah.
Part ways.
Well, it's up to you guys. Yeah, it's up to you guys if you want to leave Thulsa to her business and go find a place to stay. I don't
Yeah.
think you've ever been offered a place to stay here. Or if you did, I think Isolta said no. Or Isolta just never said you could.
I don't think we've ever been offered a place to stay there.
No,
Yeah, I don't think Assalta ever said anything about letting us stay and crash at her place. So
I mean you can stay. Like,
Looks like we're crashing.
where's the booze? Where's the kitchen? Time to find food. You'll regret it.
there's no booze in my state. Well, there is, but it's secret. It's not in the kitchen, so you won't have access to it.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Okay.
I'm going to the
Raph,
Hui.
let's go look for it.
Welcome back to the dry city. You head off to the Hui estate. There was a name. I'm pretty sure who Rue told you. You gotta talk to this person, and I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
said a name. For now, we'll just say
Okay,
her
I
name
don't
is
remember
Mai.
then. Okay.
The Hui estate remembers you. They'll give you an audience with whoever you wish to ask. You'll ask for Mai. They'll send Mai to speak with you in the foyer of the main estate. What do you tell her?
I forgot if I had to tell her something. I think I have a note, right?
That could very well be the case. It has been like 3 months since we've actually had that
Yeah.
conversation in game. Yeah. Let's just say that's the case. You hand her a note.
Okay.
She looks confused. She reads it. She looks even more confused. She stops to think about it. And then she places the note in her apron and gives you a deep bow. She leads you to Hui's room. She takes out a key. She unlocks the door. She pulls it open. And you have access to Hui's room.
Alright.
Rue's room. It is... Well, it's been cleaned since you were last here. Everything's sort of placed in places where they seem to belong. You have towards the back, sort of next to those two, like, rice paper... I don't know what they're called. It's like rice paper slats that fold that you use as either decoration or something to block the view of whomever.
A divider.
Divider, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a more fancy word. You see that armor standing right between the two. And then there's scrolls all over the place. It seems, well, most of the place has been cleaned. Most of Hui's writings and scribblings and drawings are kind of just piled up around this suit of armor.
Alright, I'm gonna take a few and read them, and I'm gonna ask Mai if this armor can be transported to my estate.
She looks a little sad, but she nods. She can get that set up with the letter that you gave her. Should be enough to convince people that this is in fact what Huiru wants. What else was talked about in that? What was it that Rue wanted you to bring her?
Assaults.
Salts.
And my method to synthesize them.
Correct. Alright. Is there anything you want to do here? Or are you just waiting for them to pack things up?
I'm just gonna wait around until they pack it up and send it.
Alright. A bunch of men come into the room. They start to look at this armor. The armor doesn't stand alone. It's all on a wooden rack. Most of the pieces are just hanging off of that rack itself, but they're just assembled in a way to, make that proper suit shape. And they start to take it one by one. Seems quite heavy, as while a normal suit of armor could probably be carried by 1 or 2 people with all the pieces, in place. This requires them to all make a trip. As the room empties out, the suit's been taken down. You take a look around the room one more time. Give me a wisdom or perception check.
Okay, what?
That happens.
I can't see Harmu's dice.
He
Look at
rolled
the
a
last
19
three
two
rolls
times in a
now.
row.
Based.
The last 3 rolls have been 19s.
Yeah, that's also funny because Syl rolled a 19 as well. Alright, you follow them downstairs. They'll have it packed into a crate filled with straw, onto a cart, and they will send it off towards your estate. Anything else?
Alright, can I double check the room if there's anything like else about this armor and her whole investigation for it? Whatever.
Sure, but give me a minute. I need to go to the
Okay.
bathroom. No
Alright.
racism.
What the fuck? 1984.
Say the word. I know you want to say the word.
Oh, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head.
Shut up, you
Sea bass.
bitch.
I'm actually going to the bathroom while we wait on Poppy.
Hurry up.
Sivas.
All right. So, you're looking for anything involving the armor? Are you looking through other types of research notes, or remind me again what it is you want to do in her room?
I want to check for all the research about the armor. And I mean, if there's anything other that seems interesting, I will also kind of
Okay.
get it.
Give me a investigation, perception, wisdom, or intelligence check.
One of the 4.
One of the 4. You know the drill.
That's perception.
All right. So you're looking around the room, and a lot of these notes are just they've kind of been pushed aside rather hastily as these guys came in to move everything. You'll notice that there are diagrams of the armor. There are diagrams of each individual piece, there are sort of concept sketches involving the armor and its various ways that it could look or may have looked at one point in time when it was being thought up. There is a drawing of what looks like a skeleton, a humanoid skeleton, and then a similar one that's much more simplified, broken down into specifically like arms and legs. And then there are scrolls involving other stuff. Things that you've never really heard Rue talk about in your conversation about her stuff or your stuff. Medical stuff, very simple things that have already been sort of, I want to say, discovered, more like things that have already been figured out, played out, things that are of no real interest to R&D anymore. Sort of like the natural healing poultices that you could find in the common apothecary's place over in Lakeshore or here in Jinkei. You know, something that you can rub on a bruise or abrasion or cut and then go to sleep, and that bruise, abrasion, or cut has healed significantly. But, you know, nothing special. You do see one paper that is mostly text. There's no diagrams, no drawings, no nothing. It stands out because of that. This paper talks about the rose water from the Rosenwasser.
What does it say?
It is sort of listing out most of its believed and observed effects. That, aside from tasting sweet and sort of imparting a refreshing feeling to a person, no matter what form it is taken in, whether it be imbibing, whether it be topical, whether it be intravenous, it always provides this sort of strange, cooling, refreshing feeling that makes you just want to go, like, you know, do that exhale after you take a sip of a very crisp carbonated drink, you know, that just like that. That's good stuff, you know? And then it goes on to list more things. She believes, or it has been observed, that weaker or lesser poisons tend to be cured or cleansed by this liquid. However, repeated uses on the same poison seem to dissipate its efficacy with each use. The same goes for lesser diseases. She has a list of notes about someone who has once contracted like kind of like a scarlet fever, and they were able to cure it with a steady supply of rose water. There was also a person who had contracted the plague, which in this time period is extremely deadly. And they too were able to live through it, although there are lasting side effects to it with a steady supply of rose water. And no matter how they take it in, whether it's through imbibing or topical or some sort of ointment made with it as a base or intravenous, the effects are all the same with the same exact efficacy.
Alright, I will also take this paper.
There's other stuff on there, but I can mention that later if you want to continue.
Yeah.
Aside
I can
from
write
that,
a thesis on DMs.
aside from that, Another thing that catches your eye is now that the suit has been moved, you notice that the wall behind it looks like it's made of a different material of the rest of the walls in this room.
I will try touching it.
It is thin. When you touch it, the wall sort of pushes in with your finger.
I will call my.
My returns. So she was standing right outside the room waiting for you to leave. She looks at you. Yes.
Do you mind if I go through this wall?
She,
I will pay for the damages.
she looks at you, and she kind of looks down to the side, like, there is no wall there. If you need me, I will be outside. And she turns around and leaves the room, and the door closes slightly.
Alright, I will go through the wall.
You push the wall, and it sort of pushes back, like it's hanging from the ceiling. And you'll see that the exact part that you're pushing is sort of made of like a more of a reed that's been painted over to match the rest of the wall. And behind you see it's like a little workshop. Well, it's
Alright.
not well lit. Well, actually, no. It is very well lit. There is a singular white orb hanging from the ceiling with a little paper lantern kind of hanging from the orb itself. In this room, you see a series of desks. You see a bookshelf. You see a chair that looks rather comfortable to be sitting in for a workshop. And there is a... I don't know what to call it. There's a... On the desk, there is a pedestal. And atop the pedestal is a glass dome. And in it, there is a rose that glows a vibrant red. It's a singular rose growing out of a small terracotta pot.
Okay. What else is here?
Nothing apparent. There's various tools, a lot of chemistry tools. There are some tools that you would see for tinkering and engineering.
What about the books? Are they common books? Like, would I be able to get them?
Some of them, most of them actually, but others look more like they are sourced from, specifically from scholars here in Jinkei. Like, you've heard of them, they're hard to get, but they're also very niche.
And what are they about?
A lot of them are medicine, some of them are engineering, some of them are about politics between the East and West. Some of them chronicle the wars between, or the war between East and West, and some of them involve spirits and folklore, mostly of the rose. Beside one of the bookshelves, you'll find a corkboard, and on it there are some of those familiar-looking wormy creatures pinned to it.
Not the weird ones, but the normal ones.
The normal ones.
I see. I will take all the weird books except for the spirit one, cause fuck spirits.
Okay. The main desk here has drawers if you want to go through that.
Yeah, I will go through the doors.
There's a dresser that has clothes, mostly like work clothes instead of fancy robes.
Mhm.
In the drawers, you'll find a few bottles of liquor. They're like the small sake bottles. Enough for like one person, maybe two people. You'll find a couple letters. You'll find some coins. Most of them are silvers. There is a weird coin that has this sort of like aurora flowing through it. Like if you look at the sky in Hellfire Peninsula, that like green also mixed with blue and purple, just it's animated itself through the coin.
Okay. I will take that coin.
Inkwells, pens. There is also a little charm bracelet.
Who are the letters addressed to?
One of them is to the Hui family patriarch, whose name I also don't remember. Because all this stuff I wrote 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh no.
If Tarkin was the oldest brother, the father of Tarkin is... I know it was more Mongol than Chinese. And I keep using these dang T names.
Maybe it's
Tarvo
Oolong?
is Isolta's father. Was... Oh no, Hui Erzan. There we go. It was not a T name. It is addressed to Hui Erzan, who is the patriarch and father of Huiru. Another one is addressed to... Where is this one? It's an also... the Zuran twins. And then 2 others. One is addressed to a Western name. It's like Jonathan Fields. And then the last one is addressed to a Black Bloom name. Some Frenchy sounding thing.
Alright, I will take the one addressed to the... I will take all 4 actually.
Alright.
And is that everything there is in here?
Just about.
Alright, so I will take the books, the letters, and the rose.
Books, letters, the rose. Got it. Right? You
And
leave.
I will thank Mai and I will leave.
She bows. She closes the door. And you go and join the people who are gonna ship your stuff home. Raph, Rowan, Syl, what are you guys up to?
I want to go to sleep.
Looking for lodging.
Yeah, should be easy enough. They got kiosks all over town. You can just say, hey, we need sleep somewhere.
We're letting the Frenchie doing the talking.
Hello, Fendi. First time coming, Jinke?
What do you, is, Guilo?
Guilo is like foreigner in Chinese.
There's another word.
I guess, yeah.
I don't remember what it was. It's been a long time since I played Sleeping Dogs. They use both of them.
Wiley is ghost is like ghost man.
What?
Yeah,
Are you having a stroke? What are you, Ghost Man?
Guilo.
Wilo.
Yeah, Guilo.
Oh, it means ghost
Gui
man.
is ghost. Yeah, Gui is ghost and Lo is man. Guilo,
I
ghost
find that
man.
horribly racist.
Yeah, it's basically like saying white devil.
Yeah, there was another one though that I think is supposed to be said to a foreigner with more esteem. I just don't remember what it was. I think it's what I sourced the name for non-white fine elves, White Chi, off of. I just don't remember what it is. You guys could approach a kiosk. You can ask where lodgings are. You will be directed to said place.
He just means, yeah, clearly it's just Bakagaj.
Bakagajin.
La why?
Is that it?
Oh no.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, we'll get someplace nearby the Trezani estate.
You'll find a place. It'll cost you all 5 silvers per person per night.
Damn, that's so much.
Yeah, I know, especially after I take away that 400 gold from each of you, just for
Oh my lord.
Let's go spend it before the retcon happens.
Retcon happened 2
No.
weeks ago while you guys were in Turkey. Sorry.
Oh no.
You pussa.
See, what happened was you paid for the sea bass.
We paid for it with our D&D money too.
Okay, how about this? You retcon it, but you let us have a kobold for free. A draconic kobold. That's our demands.
No.
Yeah, we need to have someone who's able to cast magic, who's actually smart.
No.
The three mage stooges. They need to find a small lizard man to cast spells for them. You guys have your lodgings. Is there anything you guys wish to do while you're here in town? It is, I would say, noon for you. Maybe 1. It's 1 o'clock for you guys.
I forget, in Jinkei, is there any place like in what's it called, Lakeshore?
He wants to hit up the market, see what they have.
What do you mean, any
No.
place like in Lakeshore? Do you mean like
I'm going to my leather club, like
The Black
Rowan Hall
Cauldron?
believes. Yes.
the gay biker club?
Yes.
I imagine Jinkei would be like the worst place for it.
That is probably very true. The White Vine don't care much for the magic users.
Like, I think the only place worse would be fucking Velador.
That is also true. That's probably the only other place that is much more worse.
They don't just hate magic, they fucking hate black blooms.
They do. They very much hate the Black Bloom clan. Raph, you would know just, from being a native here that you're probably not going to find anything like that here in Jinkei. If you do, it's going to be like a singular person. And it's like very much underground. Or if they are here, then they're like Black Hand. No, maybe not. No, they're like Black Reach members. Or like full on. Shit, what was the name? They're like full on NSA. They're not actually supposed to be here, kind of guys.
Alrighty. There actually isn't much I'm gonna do in town. Probably just gonna go rest.
Yeah.
Maybe read my books or study my scrolls.
Yeah. You guys can do that. What about the other two? What about the elves? Still, I imagine we'll do nothing. Rowan will find a way to get in trouble.
Sorry, I was playing with my cat with the laser pointer.
Pretty much. I also can't really do much here, so I'm just hanging around with Sil.
The most oppressive town in the most safest country. Welcome to Poppy Quest, guys.
And they don't even speak. They don't even speak the real language.
And
Can't
no
even
one
speak
speaks the
fucking-
language.
Can't even speak in foot common. These
Never.
these fucking foreigners need to speak our language.
That should be a topic. Where's Savanix? Don't let your players pick the starting location of the game. Railroad the starting location of the game.
God.
It's fine.
Wait, how big is Jin K?
It's a major city.
Okay, but size.
I don't know. This is not something that I normally think of because if I do think of it, it makes things unfeasible when it comes to time passing and traveling. So, like, I think there is a place, there's a town, there's a city in this game I think should be the size of Los Angeles. But if I do that, it makes it impossible for players like you guys to go, I want to go to this place, and I'm going to go all the way across town and do this place, and then I want to go shopping over here, and then we're going to go home. I'm like, okay, you spent 6 hours doing the first two things. What next?
Yeah, that happened to us in Rome, and Rome is tiny.
That also happened to us in Milan when we were trying to figure out pathing to
You know what?
like, all the things.
You know what? Rowan, let's go see if we can find any alchemy things for you.
Oh, hell yeah, I need an alchemy kit.
It's a big enough place that they might have something.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can just
well,
allure
well-
someone with your music to translate for us.
well, while I follow Sil, I'm gonna try and like pantomime what a fucking like beaker and like
And totally try not to find a spirit as well that isn't the fucking spirit dragon.
Yeah, okay, so you guys go looking for an alchemist
We're multitasking.
in this town. How do you guys go about doing that?
Well, Rowan has luck out the fucking wazoo.
I go to the kiosk where we first went because I just remember where that is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then?
Is anyone even there?
I don't know. Yeah, I knock on the counter.
There's a person. You see a guy approach the counter.
Oh god, it's not the same person. I'm so sorry.
I pantomime and I say, "Do you speak common?"
He looks at you and you hear some words.
Common. I just keep going common every time he looks back at me.
Oh, he speaks to you in a language. And then he speaks to you in what sounds like another language.
Wait, are they an elf?
Yes.
Rowan, why don't you just try speaking Elvish?
Oh yeah, I speak to them in Elvish. Common Elvish.
God, is there... There's no way there's two fucking types of Elvish.
Fucking no, it's Poppy Quest.
That's true, actually.
I mean,
We're
No,
going
no.
to get French and fucking
Well,
Quebec French.
here's the thing. I don't even know if the thing the thing Kululu taught him is Elvish. All he knows is it's Elvish and Dwarven. He knows
Okay,
that. He
so
knows,
so Silas listening. Is he speaking Elvish?
so I have it on my list. I have it. I have it as
He
one of
has
his
it
things.
on his character sheet, but the way he talks about it, I want to say that maybe if for fun he wants to roll a D100, and if anything 66 and above hits, it's not actually Elvish.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
go.
that sounds great.
It's Elvish. It's shitty Elvish. It's kind of like when a white person who's very white speaks Spanish, and it's like that's not how you pronounce anything.
I want a quesadilla and a tortilla
Yeah, I need one quesadilla and a tortilla
with
and a
with my jalapeno
como
salsa.
estas bien gracias y tú.
La biblioteco.
Donde está?
He just kind of looks at you funny, and he's speaking some weird language that you've heard both Isolta and Raph speak these languages, but he kind of just gives you this look.
An elf that doesn't speak Elvish. We found one weirder than you, Rowan.
I'm just open. I'm pantomiming. And then I go to the next kiosk, maybe like a block away.
Oh, and the funny will continue.
And so we'll just hide her face in shame from walking with this embarrassment to life.
Let's see. How do I say I do not understand? And Finnish, okay. And then I go to that and I change the Finnish to Chinese. Okay. And then how do I mix these two together to be white vine? Same problem. The person you speak to just does not understand anything you're saying.
Okay, I am just gonna go look for like a marketplace. There's possibly some tourists somewhere around there.
And while we're walking, so we'll keep an eye out for any signs that are written in common or have common on them.
Okay. You do not see any signs in common at all whatsoever. You do find a marketplace though. What do you want to What do you want to see in this marketplace? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a tourist.
Touristy stuff.
Yeah. Like sea bass. That's 600 euros.
Lord have mercy.
Do we find sea bass? We're pretty far from the sea, so might not.
You do not find the sea bass.
It's over.
What about like alchemy related goods?
Roll D100. Alchemy, like magic, is something people are not too fond of here in Shinkei. They believe in medicine and science. Even though they use Chinese medicine. Yeah, you don't really find any, you don't find anything resembling alchemy out here.
Well, that sucks. I'll probably just start drinking all the potions that I can find. They're Chinese medication.
Yeah, you will find things that look like somebody's trying to hawk medicines. You do find an apothecary, but no alchemists.
Hiya.
I need to find someone who can speak common.
Roll me a 5 or lower on a D100, and I'll say you run into him in an hour. Nope. You're in the middle. I mean, they probably speak it there in Beijing. You're in the middle of well, dang. There ain't no one speaking English here.
I'm in the middle of Djibouti.
You're in the
Guam.
middle of Chengdu.
Did you say Guam?
Yeah,
Isn't Guam fucking American?
At genetics.
probably is actually.
I'm pretty sure Guam is a fucking U.S. territory.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Hulao. I don't know where Hulao is, but it's a place in Dynasty Warriors, and I know it. Ain't no one speaking common here. Ain't no one speaking Elvish here. Everyone here speaks White Vine or Black Bloom.
That sucks. I guess I'm going back to the inn.
Once again, you guys have picked a fabulous place to be. I think I'm gonna just completely write out the fact that everyone knows common, even for players. I'm gonna give them their own. I'm gonna give players their racial tongue, and if they have at least +1 intelligence, they get to pick common. It'll be very
Oh, nice.
funny.
Hive is given. So, on top of being illiterate, Hive has given his players a choice to be non-verbal autistic.
Yes.
So
It's based.
Rowan can
Oh.
pick like 5 languages.
Well, the whole
Rowan
thing
can't
is,
pick a lot.
yeah, I can pick a ton.
In the current
But,
system, intelligence doesn't let you pick languages for free, but
So, should it be like a
In the future
you get a
system.
racial language, and then you get a intelligence minimum of 1.
You got
languages.
you got to remember, Rowan was taught his skills as a joke.
they taught him wrong on purpose as a joke.
Get out of my fucking head.
He's also the most powerful character in the game.
Still not the most powerful character ever created, though. That goes to fucking crackhead Harry Potter.
True, because the fighter class is the best class. Brown class rules. You guys go back to the
Where's your Keystone Hero, bitch?
aren't you someone who buys all their shit?
No.
And I'll have you know, I'm somehow still one of the almost top 1,000 arm warriors. Okay.
That's because there's only 1,000 of you.
Yeah, and I'm top 1,000. I'm the retard master.
You're DM, of course you are. You're the fucking Wrangler.
All right, you guys go back to your lodgings. Raph, you're studying stuff. What are you studying?
I remember I made headway on the big scroll, right? Let me
You
do
did.
that again.
BMOS. I have a doc opened with that somewhere. Why don't you give me a were we using Arcana or Intelligence? I think we're using
It was
Arcana.
Arcana.
Give me an Arcana check. And every study session would be 4 hours. Ooh.
Of IRL time.
Oh lord.
Let me tab in to see if that was as... Ooh, that's a D20. Man, you guys are really lucky there ain't no ninjas waiting for you. You're spunking all your good rolls.
Why aren't there ninjas waiting for us? Let's make ninjas.
So you continue to study the scroll and what the words say, and you cross-reference things with the dictionary every once in a while, but as you've learned, the language of magic is less of a science and more of an art. It is and sometimes a soft science like psychology. You know, you give this med to someone and they might be good. Give it to someone else and they might kill you. But then, all hard sciences are actually like that. As you begin to read through that little section that you've already kind of broken through, you'll start to feel the words sort of ring out in your mind. The phrase, phase, life force, garbled, 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 within, becomes phase, life force, bound by arcane, within. And then It even goes a little bit further onto the next line. That you find the words one's self, followed by another series of garbled language.
Habibi, first time reading Arcane?
I will write that down.
Ooh, actually, there is a... Does Google have their copyright-free wingdings?
Google just got a First Nation language. I think it has like Inuit or something. So you could speak First Nation.
What's the... I swear Google has its like copyright-free version of wingdings. Just wanna write that out here. But yeah,
But
there you get. That's what you get.
I will make notes of that. I already wrote it down, actually.
I was unironically looking to see if you posted it.
I would have liked to.
he did in a DM.
Okay, I'll just Google it instead of scrolling through all these fonts. I swear I had it already on my list. Dingbat? No. That's still the Microsoft one. Oh, whatever. You got what you got. That's 4 hours for you. That probably covers the amount of time that the elves were out. Isolta, you make it back home. What are you doing?
I'm gonna put everything in place for later, and I'm gonna go to the kitchen and eat some Mongolian beef.
Yep. Go down to the kitchen, eat some Mongolian beef.
Hey, we do not have beef here, sir. Only fish.
Only sea bass.
Oh, I guess they just don't have it anymore. That's a shame, because that's also the font of Gnomish. Yeah, there you go. Phase life force bound by arcane within, and then the next line starts one self, blah 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 blah. Okay. Anything else you guys wish to do for the rest of this day?
Nope.
Any more studying? Any more lost in translations?
Nope.
Nope. Alright. Move on to the next day. The next day. It is morning. What are you guys up to?
We'll go downstairs to eat breakfast.
Yep. Like every hotel you've been in, breakfast is usually free with the room.
No.
Well,
So sometimes
here.
maybe free, sometimes maybe not, depending.
anything special you guys wish to do, or what are you guys up to? What's now that you're here in the teetotaler side of town, there's no partying, no drinking, no crime, no one who speaks your language.
to think if there's anything I wanted to do. We got to Jin K.
Raph, you're coming out with us. You speak the language.
I guess I will go
You don't have a
translate.
choice in this matter. Rowan tried speaking to everyone. Half the time his Elvish didn't even sound like Elvish.
Bros, I'm EP.
Some of the time it sounded like Elvish. Some of the time it sounded like someone trying to imitate Elvish, and then a third of the time it sounded like Elvish, where everything was third person.
All right. I'll go with you and translate. Quit whining.
You guys head out to that marketplace again.
Yarp.
All right. You're back at the marketplace. A lot of the same vendors from last night. Some are new, some are not. What are you doing? What are you looking for? What are you trying to find?
Rowan wants to find someone that dabbles in alchemic goods.
Alrighty. Can see if there's any place like that.
Raph, you'll know that the White Vines aren't too fond of alchemy unless it's strictly medicinal, like apothecary stuff. It's not like the Black Blooms, you know, who have the Earthborn clan of the Black Bloom clan. The Earthborn tribe of the Black Bloom clan has their own school of alchemy, all their own. The White Vines, it's a strange heresy.
The Emperor did not drink mercury here.
No, they cure their syphilis with medicine.
Damn. I will still ask around for my elvish cohorts.
Yeah. You get some strange looks every once in a while. Someone will just point you to someone who is basically an apothecary. Give me a D100. Wow. That's very good in this case.
Hey, we did it. All it took was us not doing it. We outsource our language work.
One person will kind of give you this look, Raph. And then he'll be like, you are not familiar with us here, I'm sure. You know White Vine don't do alchemy. But, I imagine you're in need of something stronger than what you would normally find in these kinds of places. A more proper medicine, yes?
Perhaps. It's mainly one of my compatriots here that's looking for the stronger medicines and such.
Do you know what
Rondo?
they're looking for?
Anything weird, maybe grow yourself another arm, you know, just your
Well,
standard Jinke medicine.
you heard it from the man. He's looking for anything alchemical.
Well, not alchemical, practically anything you can actually drink, anything that's medicinal, anything that's alchemic, whatever.
Well, he doesn't hear the man. You have to translate his babble. Well, over here we call that medicine, not alchemy. It would be wise to make sure your friends know the difference. But I can point you to someone who might have something more along the lines of what your friends are looking for.
Oh, we'd be glad to meet with him.
They are a strange group, and I would ask that you make a slight donation for the arrangement.
All right. And typically, how much is his donation?
5 gold. I assure
I
you
would
they
pay
will be
him.
gold well spent.
We'll donate 5 gold to him.
Very well. You and your Waichi, you come here tonight around, say, 11 p.m.
That is quite late.
They are, as I said, a weird bunch.
Alrighty then.
Very good. 11 p.m. Right here at this spot.
I would thank the man and take my leave.
We're so losing our kidneys.
I don't
They're
think
gonna,
so.
they're gonna turn it. They're gonna dry our kidneys and turn it into pills that we have that we can use as medicine.
Where to next? Or y'all want to just wait it out?
How long will it short? Well, I don't really need short rest, but whatever. Let's go check out the Let's go check out the science place they got. I was about to say magical items, but you know, these guys are ass backwards.
I'm gonna read my new research papers.
These people are backwards. They don't believe in magic at all. How dare they? Science? Blasphemy. Not even gnomish. Yeah, you guys can go look around for this so-called science of theirs. Granted, science being done in places is usually done in universities. I'm not sure if bunch of foreigners are going to be allowed to come check out what's happening in the latest R&D. And then there's also a lot of it is also done privately by noble families, like Isolta's family.
Worst case, Rowan, we can. This is one Raph would like. We could also look at any magical goods they have. You like magical goods, don't you, Raph?
That is true.
How quick we forget.
But I doubt they'll have anything magical in this area. But it's worth a shot. We can go to other places. I will follow along wherever the fuck the elves are taking me.
As you play translator for today.
It's true.
Well, what are you guys doing?
I'm reading some research.
I know, but what are the elves doing?
We're just
we were gonna go
we're
check out
following
some-
around Raph like a duck.
We were gonna go check out some science.
It's science doesn't happen out in the streets, buddy. Bunch of
Looks like we're fucked for until tonight.
Oh, you guys just choosing the wrong places for the kinds of people you want to be. Well, Not Isolta. Isolta's the right person for the right person. The right place and person. Yeah, you know what I mean.
No.
Well, fuck you. Um. Where are your pets? You have your dragon, right?
Yeah.
Where's
The
Jan?
rat is with Rowan.
Rowan. Make me a luck check.
To see if a guard sees you with the rat and kills you on the spot.
I have the rat on the hat.
Rat in a hat.
Or make me a luck check, Rowan. It's a creature with its own mind and desires, and the last time that the creature was mentioned was as a joke before the game started.
Rowan.
Rowan?
Yeah, what's up?
D100. Make a luck check. Okay. The rat is in fact on your hat.
Okay.
Rat.
Zolta, you're reading through Rue's stuff, correct?
Yes.
Anything in specific, or
I'm reading about the armor right now.
from what she has written here, a lot of it is prefaced on the fact that the difficulty of fighting against the West is that they tend to use heavy armors and shields. And that was the main thing stopping them from, or stopping the East from tearing through the battlefields that were once there of Arcane and the Badlands. Also mentions that the difficulty of making armor over here in the East is that they don't have access to the same types of ore veins that the West does. The West has tons of copper and tin to make bronze, and they're also discovering iron, although it's more difficult to get at, and the recent discovery of the alloy steel is making them even more dangerous. The armor suit itself is supposed to be a counter to the West's own heavy armor by being heavier and being better and being able to sort of match them in like a ratio of 10 to 1. Like if you get one soldier in this suit of armor, it's going to be almost impossible to fight them with normal weapons. But the major problem is that there's no one strong enough to wear this and be functional. And so the whole purpose is that she's trying to make a series of sort of like a skeleton underneath the suit that has a series of gears and pulleys that make it easier to walk and fight with it on. But there's still the problem that you need to be a stronger person to use it, and that's where the berserker drug comes in. So it's just a lot of musings on that fact, and then there's a lot of diagrams about how the pulleys and gears work. More of a power suit than an automaton.
a Gundam.
I see.
Rowan, Sil, Raph. You guys are still mulling about town? Or are you just gonna wait?
I think we'll still go around town. That's what they wanted to do.
Okay. Rowan, Sil.
There's nothing to really do in town until 11.
It's kind of hard to give you guys a breadcrumb in a situation like this.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, we can't really even try to find a spirit because we're within a fucking hour of assault. So I would just pick up this stupid fucking dragon.
Well, if you guys want to wait till 11, I could just do that.
Time skip us, boy.
Time skip.
I guess we're going to the meeting place.
Alright,
Let's
I'm
go
going
get
to
our
sleep.
livers taken.
All right. You go to the place. You wait. Show up. Where the older sounding White Vine man told you to wait. And you'll see him strolling down the street as the sun sets. Everyone's already packed up. This marketplace is pretty much taken down, striked completely. And you'll see this, there's a few people walking about, but it is late. And you'll see the guy stroll up in his White Vine garb. Mostly gray, a little bit of red here and there. Right on time. So, you wish to meet with these individuals who can give you the medicine that you desire?
That is correct. I'll mainly be translating for my compatriot here,
Of course, of
Mr.
course.
Rowendall.
Although it is strange for foreign white chi to wind up in a place like this without having a lick of any tongues. But I am not here to ponder the mosings of white chi. They are a whimsical creature. Well, my friend, Mr. Translator, if you would simply turn around, you would see that my contacts are here waiting for you already.
I turn around to look at the contacts.
You'll see, across the street, 2 white vines sitting on a bench. Both of them wearing rather light for the weather, clothes. They stand up and they walk towards the 3 of you. The man walks towards them and he says something off in the distance. You can't hear it. He points, he nods, they both nod at him, and he leaves. The 2 elves approach. Their garb is similar to what a Sultan usually wears. Mostly white and gray, although actually now it should be black and gray. Their robes are lined with a gold trim, and they both wear red sashes. One of them they're both quite feminine, as most elves are. One of them's a little bit more masculine. One wears their hair in a ponytail, the other one wears their hair in 2 pigtails. They both have an amulet hanging from their chest. I think one of them is supposed to be shaped in like a dagger, kind of like a karambit dagger, and the other one is shaped in more like a spearhead. And they're almost nearly identical, the two of them. They step forward, and in a creepy unison, "So, you want to have some of our medicine?" As they look directly at you, Rowan.
I will translate what they say to Rowan Doll.
Yeah. I give him a thumbs up. I'm like, give me whatever you got. Oh, but tell Raph here what's in it first. Actually, no. You know what? I want to see what happens.
They respond immediately without.
Maybe 2 out of 3 you can tell me, and then the last one keep it just let me find out on my own.
They respond immediately in common. "Yes, we have anything and everything that you could all dream of."
Nice.
Again, responding in that weird sort of stereo unison. "But rather, instead of giving it to you at random, would you rather choose your poison?"
What's the fun in that? Just I'm on a quest to find whatever. If it's in a drink form, I'm drinking it.
True to his quest given to him by Kalulu.
Oh no.
How soon have we forgotten the poison that nearly killed him?
And if
Thrice.
it's something that will kill him, don't tell him. Let him figure it out himself.
Oh, don't worry. What can kill you can only make you stronger.
That's the plan.
The one on the left with the ponytail picks out a bottle from his satchel pack and hands it towards you, or extends their arm towards you with it in hand.
So, are we gonna do the random one, or are you gonna tell me which one this is first?
I thought you wanted a surprise.
I popped open the bottle while they were even saying I drink it.
Oh boy. Why do you do this?
Let's go.
Better yet, why do I do this? Actually, hold on. You feel spicy on the inside.
Oh, they've given me an allergy that I've never had.
You feel a spicy feeling on the inside. And first it starts at your gut, then it kind of slowly crawls out towards your extremities.
Got it. I bring out my notebook and I start writing about this mystery potion number 1.
As you reach out for your notebook, you feel a strange tension in your arms. Like, it's difficult to move your arms because your arms are starting to tense up. And you notice that that tension is sort of also extending to the rest of your body as well. And then you feel strange. You start feeling, I want to say, you start to feel a little bit light. Like everything's become way lighter. But then that's when you feel it. And I'll ask Scylla and Raph to make a wisdom or perception check Although you guys are right here, so go ahead and throw an advantage onto it.
Sad thing is that was nearly a fail.
Raph doesn't seem to care much, but still, you start to notice that Rowan, his clothes are starting to fill out a little bit, and any exposed skin, you'll see that he's getting kind of swole. Like, he's got those veins popping out
Okay,
and
I'm
growing
just
out
gonna
of
say for a
nowhere.
second, I thought when you meant filling out, Rowan was turning into a woman.
I wouldn't do that same shtick twice without a curse.
I mean, it was a pretty funny shtick the first time.
Well, like I said, without a curse, I would try to make it permanent because it's funnier. And also gotta pick the right person. It's not as funny if I do it to Haku. I gotta do it to I do it to Kaiman again.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
no.
I'm just the funniest person to do it too.
Yeah. He starts to get a little thick. He's got a build going on, and he even
Damn,
gains
boy.
he gains a couple inches in height. And Rowan, this strange feeling makes you feel way lighter. Like the clothes on you used to be heavy. Now they're like nothing's there. And you
If only this was permanent, Rowan, maybe you might be able to carry more than your clothes.
But then you also feel a bit foggy in the head. Give me a willpower check at disadvantage.
Is this a potion of Jim, bro?
What's willpower with?
Wisdom. My bad. Wisdom check.
Okay. Wisdom check at disadvantage at -4.
Yes.
Take
Should
it,
still be a
sanity
breeze
check.
for you. Ooh, almost. For a second there, you feel like you had this rush of anger flow through your body. So much so that you felt like you were just about to throw a fist at the person standing right next to you. It probably would have been Syl
Or Raph?
or Raph.
Can I
But you-
still throw a punch at someone? No,
If you
just kidding.
want. But you kind of snap to your senses real quick.
Now do it. Throw a punch, pussy. No balls, you won't.
I hear that and I punch Sylvan.
Sylvan, do you try to get out of the way
I
of this
was
punch?
saying that OOC. I was saying that OOC. The voice is in his head.
Well, Rowan, do you listen to the voices in your head? Because we've determined that you have 4 voices in your head, and they're all the
Yes.
players around you.
The schizophrenia has taken over me.
Honestly, you know what I think the funniest part is? If there's 4 voices in his head, that means either his thoughts aren't in his head or you're not in his head.
It's funny either way. Do you listen to the voices, Rowan?
Oh yeah, they haven't been wrong once.
Well, make an attack roll against Syl with a added plus shit +8.
It's so fucking over.
Wait,
So,
so +8 with my dex, right? 'Cause I have nothing in unarmed, but this
No, it would be strength.
So whatever your strength is now, pretend your strength is +8.
so it's gonna be a 12. So 12 would be what?
No. Pretend the modifier is +8.
Oh, okay. So damn. So plus 5.
Yeah, which I imagine means you have 26 strength. If I'm correct.
No, I have 4 strength.
Well, I mean, this is what the potion is doing to you. If you have a +8
Oh, it
to
has-
strength, it means if a +8 strength mod means you have 26 strength. You have 26 strength
Wait.
right now. As he hasn't stopped growing in mass.
Okay, how would I roll that for my? I use my dexterity because I don't have any. So it would be a +4 to hit, right?
No, you have you can use your strength if you want.
Oh, okay. What? Oh, shit.
D20 plus 8 plus you're a specialist and you're 3rd level, so plus 10 to hit, I think is correct.
Wait, he's 2nd level still.
Second
I'm
level?
second.
Oh, so then
Yeah,
plus
so
9 to hit.
Holy shit.
That's a hit.
Silwyn, are you I won't say you're surprised by this. But Rowan, go ahead and I think you just outright do 9 damage to Silwyn.
Jesus.
It would be strength mod.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, 1 plus mod. 9 damage.
Silwyn, give me a strength check too. Or actually, this would be a strength save. My bad.
Save?
Yeah.
We call that a nat 20.
Well, you would have failed with the other roll. All you had to
that
do was say +3. It's fine. I was only just gonna push you like 10 feet back. Now I'm only pushing you 5 feet back, and you're not going to be prone. Yeah, this happens. Rowan just starts growing, starts taking on the shape of a character from Baki. Punches Syl. Syl, you get knocked up off your feet and backwards about 5 feet.
He does the cockroach rush.
He's gonna do the Ziz pose though.
Yeah, I immediately just, start taking off all my robes. Yeah. Start posing. Ginyu Force posing.
Does the if you knew some fire magic, you'd do the Urian.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. Rowan
I
has
asked,
become a
I
little
asked,
bit of a monster.
yeah, I asked the twins how long this lasts.
Give me an intelligence check.
And when he gets an answer he doesn't like, he's gonna punch the fucking alchemist.
Forgot to give it to you, but there's also a minus on this. Rowan, you ask the question, and everyone else, you guys hear some weird garbled unga bunga grunts. The two look at you in surprise and then smile.
What exactly did you do to my boy here?
We only gave him what he wanted. And that was a bit of medicine. Made him
And then-
far superior from what he was.
Can I hear them right now?
Oh yeah, you understand everyone perfectly. You just...
Oh, perfect. I give them a thumbs up. I'm like, this is great.
Now
Made
the
him too
hard part is
Fucking
whether or
stupid
not
to talk,
it
but at least
kills
he
him.
hits hard.
How long does that take?
Well, normally he'd have torn himself apart by now. But he seems rather fine.
According to him, you could rip his arm off and reattach it and he'd be fine.
Really?
Yeah, I hold up my arm. I grab the kunai from the thing. I'm like, try it out. See how it works. I can't. I'm babbling, but then it's ooga boonga.
The pigtailed elf looks at you, Raph, and speaks to you in Black Bloom. How much for this man?
For Rowan though?
I wish to acquire him from you.
He's not for sale.
Still
Wait.
so asleep.
Wait, so Rowan has his arm out, like motioning for it to be cut off?
Yes.
Rowan, do you want me to demonstrate for him?
Alright, is still saying this?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
And so we'll just use her scything, cut off his arm where he's motioning.
Jesus Christ. Give me a damage roll. Actually, hold up. Don't do that. Give me an attack roll, but use Rowan's surprise AC. Rowan, what's your surprise AC?
Well,
12?
Surely this can't miss.
Is that a critical roll?
Actually, this should be a called shot, shouldn't it?
No.
Or
No, because the idea of a called shot is that it's usually done in certain situations. If he's sticking his arm out and you're just swinging for the arm, it's fine. It kind of negates the idea of the called shot being needed to be done. What I'm looking for was a critical roll. This wasn't a critical roll, but I still think this counts as a critical hit, even with the little bonus of AC I was giving him. Roll your damage, and then...
how much HP does Rowan have?
18.
Rowan might die.
No,
Oh no.
not from a called shot. A called shot to a limb is less lethal than a regular attack, and that's just done on DM's discretion.
Also, you know, he gets used to it.
I was gonna make you also do a severity roll, and then check out my crit table, just in case. But you do enough damage to sever. Which arm are you sticking out, Rowan?
My right.
To sever Rowan's right arm, clean off at wherever you hit it. Which I'm rolling a D100. 1 is closer to the hand, 100 is closer to the shoulder. 72. Let's say mid bicep.
Okay.
Clean off. And a fountain of blood erupts from his arm. The elf that was talking to you, Raph, eyes widen in surprise as they snap towards what just happened. The other elf with the ponytail steps back, eyes wide, as they realize what had just happened.
And then I grab my arm with my left.
You grab your arm,
And I plop it back.
and you slap it back
wait.
onto your arm.
And I wait.
Alright.
Do
How
like
long do you
30
wait?
seconds.
Okay. Rowan, first off, please subtract 5 HP from your current HP.
I'm still gonna die.
Everyone else,
Also,
you lose 3 sanity.
it's 3
It's
sanity
worth it
for
the bit.
violence.
It's worth it for the bit.
Also, please lower your max HP temporarily. Write down your current max HP somewhere, important. And then lower your current max HP by 5 as well. And you hold it there for 30 seconds. And you let go,
Nope.
and your arm falls to the ground.
That sucks.
Whoever's watching this,
Shrug it off.
whoever's watching this mess, give me a wisdom or perception check.
I think wisdom is the funnier one here.
You feel like whatever strange power that Rowan has over his body has been fucked
Nullified by a potion.
with by the potion. Raph, is that perception?
That's perception.
You notice that the place that Syl severed Rowan's arm off looks like it's smoking, while the rest of his body has a very there's like a, you know, like when you see heat rolling off of something, you can see that coming off the rest of his body. His wound looks like it's smoking, sizzling even.
Look at it. It's smoking, right?
Yeah. Ooh, actually,
Has it stopped bleeding?
the arm that's severed, or the arm that's on the floor, is actually still bleeding out. Like there's still blood in there somewhere. And you are not bleeding. Well, you're bleeding slightly, but not a lot. Like you're still dripping.
Boy.
As
Bunga bunga.
as the blood stops leaking from your severed arm that's on the floor, it starts to
I don't
shrink
think
back
that's supposed
down.
to happen.
It starts to shrink back down to its normal size.
So how long until he's no longer big and stupid?
We don't know. They never live this long.
I point to the scar. It's cleared. So I point to it, but I can't really speak. So I go. I point with my left, and I go thumbs up, and I show them.
He's not dying. That's a good thing. So we'll also put a thumbs up.
Do we need to take you to a hospital or to Mr. Zane?
I shake my head. Yeah. I'm good.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I make a motion with my left arm that I'm waiting, like I'm trying. I make a drinking motion, and then I kind of draw in the air a clock, and then just seeing how long it takes.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. It's just funny. Wisdom or perception checks to anyone who cares or is not too focused on this Rowan mess.
That was perception, but it don't matter.
Yeah, still you're kind of just stuck in the whole fact that you just severed Rowan's arm and it's
That's
not
wisdom.
sticking back. Raph, you notice that your two friends are running off in a distance, disappearing somewhere, turning the corner as they do.
Well, shit.
Do I still have the bottle?
Yes.
Does it have a lot still in there?
No. Or there
Damn
might
it.
be like a little teensy bit, but not enough to actually give you a full dose of this.
Okay, that's enough. I can probably hand it over to Isolta or something and have her check it out. See, so I might want more of this.
Well, how long do you wait here?
I crisscross applesauce and sit down, and I grab my arm and fling it around.
He just puts his arm on the ground and on his leg and just rests it under his chin.
Do you need us to get you anything?
Unga bunga. Unga unga.
Ekum bokum.
10 minutes go by, and Rowan starts to sizzle a lot more. A lot of that heat starts flowing off of him. Rowan, you feel like you're in intense pain right now.
I've been in worse. I lay down.
He starts to shrink back down to his normal Rowan size.
Please tell me that you're still too stupid to speak.
I try to speak because I can hear Sylvan nagging.
You speak properly.
Nope.
Put your arm back on.
Okay. Well, first I need to do this. Hold on. Did it heal over on my other arm, and then my stump has the healed over or not?
Um, your arm looks the same as it did when it fell off. Your stump is starting to heal.
Okay. I kind of just plop it back on.
Okay. Now, here's an actual question to Rowendal, the player. Have you actually done this before, or are you just being Rowan?
No, they've done this before at Kalulu's lab. They've done several tests after they made the subject K thing because
Okay.
they've done it with Valilu several times.
I was just checking if it's happened to Rowan yet.
Oh
Kind
no,
of
yeah, they
technology.
do it all the time. So they're like, oh yeah, you know what, Rowan, go fetch that bowl from that insect cage over there, and then it gets ripped off, and then
See, Rowan was the failed prototype. What they were really trying to do is just make an elf who can regrow limbs, not reattach. They fucked it up.
Yeah, that is the case. Yeah, you know that when this happens, they usually just suture and staple or tie the dang thing in place, and in like 6 hours, it's usually fully attached again and back to normal.
yeah, I was hoping with the new body, it kind of accelerated it.
Yeah, it didn't do that, but you got your arm, and it's probably gonna reattach itself.
Yeah, so I tell them, you got any cloth?
You guys are also sitting here on a street covered in blood. A lot of blood. It looks like a whole human's worth of blood has been spilt here on the stone streets of Jinkei.
Roland, you think you could do that back at our room?
No, do it right here. You know,
Let's hope no gods come by.
Damn it. That was a 7. And no guards come by.
Thank the Lord.
so he's just in the middle of the market square, and then there's just like blood everywhere, and then like he stands up, and then there's just a Rowan outline of elf outline in the middle of all the blood.
Yep. You know that your arm will, if you keep it in place long enough, you got like it'll reattach in like 6 hours. Well, what do you guys do?
I assume we waited out here with Rowendal rather
Where-
than just abandoning him.
No,
Yeah, we're waiting for the elves to
you
come
guys.
back.
I don't think they're coming back.
It's like- Okay, let's go. I'm gonna ask. What's her name about this thing here? This thing's great.
All right. You head off to the Terzani estate, I assume.
It's a bit late to be heading off over there, Mr. Rowendal.
Okay, I'll be going back to the inn.
All right.
I will, take a shower, leave bloody footprints everywhere.
Yeah, I guess it's time to head back to the inn.
You sleep off your arm being severed.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Isolta, was
Yeah,
there
we
anything
just
that you're
walk
doing
in and
while these guys were being silly?
Did Harmon die? Oh no.
Big snooze.
Wait, was I able to count down how long that potion lasted for me?
Give me an intelligence check at -6.
Okay, that's the same as what his intelligence was.
Powerful. Yeah, it felt like you're able to count off 10 minutes.
Nice. I tell Raph about it. I'm like, holy shit, that thing can give me so much strength for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but when you have that much strength, Rowan, you might be too stupid to cast a spell.
No, I can actually talk to you guys and understand you guys. So,
You were
maybe.
literally saying unga bunga.
It might be useful in certain applications.
It came out to you guys with Unga Bunga, but for me it was still Unga Bunga. I was kind of fucking with you.
Rowan, how
Or-
about we make your arm symmetrical?
Trying to lose your other arm, boy.
Alright. Zolta, are you actually asleep?
He might have just gone for breakfast, but I was gonna ask if you mind if we end it a little early today, because I'm very
Also,
sleepy.
Big sleepy. Yeah, this is actually probably
Unfortunately.
a good point to end. Without
Does his arm reattach? That's the
everyone
question.
here. Yes, his arm does reattach in 6
Oh,
hours,
Zolta
as long as it's
Zolta's
properly
back.
sutured or stabilized. And you can get your
Zolta's
5
back.
HP back. Zolta's back? Although, Kaiman still wants to go to bed.
The snooze is calling. I managed to make it almost there, but I'm just too tired.
The
Yeah.
snoozing.
Yeah, I was having
Focus.
breakfast, but the snooze is actually calling. I agree.
Yeah, I can also feel that. Even though I slept a lot today to make up for all the hours of sleep I've been missing for this week, I'm still very sleepy as well.
The
Well,
EP.
I mean, today was an eventful game. We got to see Rowan do the biggest silly of all.
Okay, right off, I think the two of us should get bonus experience for finally testing out his arm and its ability to reattach. We've
Well,
proven
no,
it's a fact.
it's proved to Sylvan, but Rowan knows he can do it.
Yeah, I knew he could do it too. I just didn't want to say he can do it.
Yeah, I also knew he can do it.
Yeah,
I was concerned there for a second.
get with it, Sil. Session 18.
Oh, God, we're only level 2.
I'll give you 50 for making it to Jin K with your prisoner alive.
That should be all me, TBH. Okay.
Isolta, I'll give you an extra 50 for saving the individual who needed to be kept alive. Sil and Rowan, I'll give you 50 for the whole arm severing bit. Raph, you get another 50 yourself. Actually, it's just an all 50.
For translating.
Also 100.
Yeah, for progressing on this scroll. That's the whole line that you've learned.
Now, what
much
happened to
now.
the elves? Did they really run off?
They left.
Why?
Well, you failed your perception check. Frig off. So everyone walks away with 100 and more experience today. Twits.
But seriously, why did they run off?
Oh, we'll find out next time. So we
On
got
Hyperballs the
yeah.
Yeah, they finally met an elf that can exceed their freak.
Yeah, and he wasn't for sale.
Damn, we need 25 more XP
Let's
round.
see. Rowan 2475, Raph 2320, Sil 2075, Isolta 2475.
Bye.
Rowan and
Okay,
Isolta are
so,
25 points away from leveling.
Nice.
Yeah. Here in session 18, we're almost reaching 3rd level. just the way I like it.
That might be the highest level we've ever gotten to in Poppy Quest.
And in session 18,
Naturally.
still doesn't have a subclass.
Yeah, naturally. I think we started
Well,
3
Sylvan
last
and
time.
Val hit 5th level, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we got 5th level. But then the thing with Sil and Val is we just kept on punching shit so hard like during that campaign.
You guys did get into a lot of shit. You probably, I think by normal GM standards, you probably would have been 9th level with the way you guys are handling things. But I'm not a normal GM, I'm better.
Yeah, we Sil
Like
and
terrorism.
Val were literally
terrorism.
causing
Lots
And
of
terrorism.
actual terrorism.
Multiple times in multiple locations.
There are a lot of deaths that Val is responsible for, both directly and indirectly.
Also
Okay.
child murder.
On child murder. Well, that was all Sylvan. That was
But to be fair, he got
that was
better.
210% Sylvan's fault for just shooting a
got better.
child running down the street.
All right, fellow
got better.
snoozers. Good night.
Good night, Harlan.
Good night, gamer.
I'm also turning this thing off. I'll see you guys next time.
See
See
ya.
y'all.